right down to it, it really doesn't matter how we made it. The important thing to remember is it is a movie, and that it is a movie that is based on a series of books by the great artist and illustrator and writer Hergé, and that we're absolutely thrilled and honored that we're actually able to come here to the birthplace of Tintin to debut Tintin for the first time anywhere in the world. This is a great honor for us to bring Tintin home. A lot of you discovered Tintin just when you were walking, perhaps, for the first time. I discovered Tintin in my 30s, but I became a kid all over again when I started reading all of the books. And I became an instant fan. I mean, really an instant fan. My first feeling was, where have these books been all my life? And unfortunately, these books never came to America. There was no publishing effort to bring this book across the Atlantic to the States. So we didn't have access to these books, unfortunately. But I really felt that it was important, for me anyway, to once again, because I was a new fan of this, I didn't want to not use every single element that Hergé had already discovered and had already published. So it was very important for me to sort of stay with the style and the tone of these books. And I didn't know about Tintin until I made Raiders. So by making Indiana Jones and by reading the French reviews, it suddenly opened up the world of Tintin to me. If I hadn't made Raiders, I probably wouldn't have read Tintin when I read it, you see. But adventure is a broad genre, and there's in the world of adventure there's room for any kind of hero, whether it's a superhero, of which Indiana Jones and Tintin are not superheroes, they're real people. I'm very sad I never got a chance to meet him and know him, but we did speak on the telephone about 3 weeks before he sadly passed away. And he was a big fan of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and actually on the telephone said he wanted me to adapt his books into movies. So it was one of the most exciting phone calls of my life. And because he liked the adventure of Indiana Jones, I think he would have understood where I most likely would have taken his stories in the way Peter Jackson and I adapted the stories. Well, Peter and I have made a promise to each other that we're not going to reveal in success what the next Tintin book will be that we will begin to adapt, but we have chosen the next story, and we have a screenplay that is being written right now as we speak on the next story, just in case there are people who want to see another story. So we're kind of like getting a little bit ahead of the train here, but we do have a story we're both very excited about that Hergé wrote that we'll hopefully do next, knock on wood.